My name is Mizuki Fushikawa. I'm 20, working part-time while I go to beauty school. Every day, I work hard to earn money for my tuition and study makeup until the sun comes up. I chose this life. My father said he would pay my tuition, but I said I would pay half. Dad, I want to learn the harsh realities of society and makeup as a student.
I see. You are more like your grandfather than I am.
My father looked a little sad. I still remember it clearly. Hey Dad, where are my grandma and grandpa? In elementary school, my friends talked about going to their grandparents' house over the summer, so I grew curious.
Maybe to the mountains. Maybe to the river.
That's what they did in Momotaro.
Mizuki, live your life the way you want. Your life is yours.
Okay. Children watch their parents. Children can feel what their parents want them to feel. Dad must not like Grandpa. I loved my kind father, and talking about my grandfather made him upset. Slowly, I grew to resent my grandfather. When I was in junior high, I found a letter from my grandfather to my father.
I want you to come back and continue our family. If you can't, then your son, my grandson.
They say your writing reflects your heart. I could see my grandfather's wisdom in that letter. He knows that I exist. What is he like? I stood there for a while.
Wanna meet him?
Dad? My father had come home. He smiled apologetically at me.
I can't face him now, but you can, if you want.
I don't want to make him expect anything. I have a dream, and I can't carry this family. Even though letters would come for me, I continued to decline. Time passed. Now I was 28. I graduated beauty school, and I work in the makeup industry. I became an apprentice to a famous makeup artist. I'm in training as their assistant. My salary as a trainee was not high. I had to make sacrifices in my daily life. Yes, yummy as always. You know how to cook. You always compliment me. Thanks. Makes it worth it. This is Eugene Tsumiki, my childhood best friend. His father is the president of a company. But he didn't want to take over the family business. He wanted to start his own, so after university, he parted ways with his family on good terms. After that, he started his own cosmetics company. It's been 2 years since he became a CEO. They are still growing. We've been living together to save on expenses. Once I get better, I hope I can work at Eugene's company with him. We've known each other a long time. We were comfortable, and thanks to him, I was having fun. The next day, I came home from work and checked her mailbox. A letter from Grandpa again. I'm not sure how he got my address, but he's been sending me letters. I guess it would be easy for someone like him to get my address. Still, I'm sure the contents and my response won't change. One day, I got home from work. Huh? Nagisa-san? What's wrong? She was crying on the sofa. It was Eugene's older sister, Nagisa. We played together when we were young. Mizuki, sorry. Ne-chan.
My boyfriend dumped me. He said he didn't need my ugly DNA.
What? She said she went to greet the parents before getting married and stayed over at her boyfriend's family house for the first time.
I had taken a bath and removed my makeup. That was when my boyfriend's mother suddenly changed. I can't believe you were this ugly this whole time. You must be really good at makeup, but that's all that is. Your real face is what'll be passed down to your children. You aren't worthy of being part of our family. Taizo-chan, why don't you choose someone else?
Nagisa-san's live-in boyfriend was the heir to a major construction company, Taizo Ibari of Ibari Construction. For the Tsumiki family, this marriage was a happy thing. Yeah, I thought it was okay because you're pretty with makeup. But when I think about kids, it's not.
Taizo?
That makeup isn't gonna help you when you're older. They say the makeup doesn't sit well. Let's break up. I don't want our kid to look like you. After I heard the story, I was shaking with anger. That guy doesn't know anything about you. He doesn't see you. What is that? You're an amazing woman. You work hard, you're kind, you have a lot of love. Nagisa-san's makeup was coming off as she cried. My chest tightened. Mizuki, sorry about this. Can Nagisa stay here for a while? There was no way I would refuse. The three of us started living together. As for Taizo Ibari, he was already living with a new woman. Not a lot of women are pretty with no makeup like you.
OMG! You know exactly what to say!
He had no lingering feelings for Nagisa. He was just having fun with his new girlfriend. It's been a few days since Nagisa-san came to us. Nagisa-san didn't eat much. She was trying to look happy. She kept crying and saying she couldn't face her parents. Is there anything I can do? Maybe that. Eugene, can I have a word? Nagisa-san was staying in Eugene's room, so Eugene was always in mine. We've been sleeping in the same bed. We didn't have any other rooms. Wait, Mizuki, that tickles! Stop! Stop moving. You told me to be nice, right? Okay, ready. Eugene and I have been secretly planning for a few days. It was time to enact our plan. If you just had any inappropriate thoughts, show yourself in the comments. A few days later, Nagisa-san's happy scream could be heard. The reason?
What?
The reason was Eugene and I's sudden cosplay. We were wearing makeup and wigs, and we presented ourselves to Nagisa.
Wait, what, wait? No, wait. Is that Love-sama and Koi-sama?
So embarrassing! Let me explain. Love-sama and Koi-sama are characters from an anime that Nagisa-san has been standing from day one. This was our plan. Take advantage of Nagisa's stamp power.
Wait! Oh, it looks so good! Why didn't I make you guys do this before?
Nagisa-san's excitement was not dying down. This was how she usually was. It was cute. Hey, Nagisa. This Love-sama will grant you a wish.
Love-sama wouldn't say that.
Oof. Love-sama, as known as Yuji, was being told off. I guess he hasn't quite gotten in character. Nagisa-san, chin up. I want to see your smile. I want to make Nagisa-san happy. That was why I researched this character.
OMG Koi-sama, I just want to gaze at you from afar. I just want you to exist. So, I like normal Mizuki-kun a lot more.
Nagisa-san's face was turning red, and she spoke fast. I feel like I heard something I wasn't supposed to. Nagisa-san, did you just...
Huh? No.
Are you guys dating? Nagisa-san and I were short-circuiting. After that, I asked Nagisa-san if she wanted to talk.
I can't talk to you properly if you look like that.
So, I removed my makeup and returned to Nagisa-san. Makeup is crazy. That was my first time, but it's fun. You were causing a scene saying the brush tickled. I'll do it for you whenever you want. Not me, Nei-chan. Why don't you have Mizuki do your makeup? When Nagisa-san was in junior high, I had done her makeup.
What? I feel bad. Mizuki's a pro now.
Don't worry about that. I'm still nothing. Or do you not want me to?
Not at all. I guess you can then.
Nagisa-san hesitated, but she slowly closed her eyes. I felt butterflies. I tried to act cool. How long has it been since I did makeup on you? Your skin is so white and nice. Nagisa-san's cheeks filled with color. I found it endearing. Nagisa-san, listen. You're the reason I became interested in makeup. I watched you try so hard to look prettier and practice makeup. I thought it was amazing. You're an amazing person. Thank you for giving me this dream. Nagisa Tsumiki was the reason for my dreams. She was special to me, and that has never changed. Nagisa-san, I can't put the makeup on if you cry. I loved makeup, but I knew that nothing could beat her beauty as she cried silently. Behind me, Yujin sniffled. Meanwhile, Taizo was looking confused.
Ibari-kun, I'm hungry. When's dinner?
Sorry, I'm working. You said you'd organize these documents into files.
Huh? Why should I do that? Do it yourself. I'm gonna go eat with some friends.
Damn it! Nagisa would always prepare my meals and help me with work. Taizo Ibari shoved a mountain of paperwork in frustration. I know. I can still do something. She would. I had no idea he was thinking these things. We were finally getting her peace back. Nagisa-san switched over to Yujin's cosmetics company. She was feeling better. I really hoped Nagisa-san would just continue to feel better. What? No anemone?
Shh! You guys are too loud!
My office and Yujin's were near each other, so when our schedules aligned, we would meet at a cafe for lunch. We were told the shocking news and shouted simultaneously. What? What are you doing? You should have told me sooner.
Sorry. I was feeling better. I contacted him more than once. But he won't pay. He threatened me like, do you not care what happens to your family?
Nagisa-san had gone through the right steps, but the other side just won't pay. Nagisa-san had already met the parents. It was a proper broken engagement, but this person was just trying to write it off.
Our family's company receives jobs from the Ibari family. I don't want to cause my parents any more stress.
Ne-chan, damn it. If he weren't so rich. I know. What? What do you mean you know? I understand the situation. Sorry, I have to go back to work. Yujin, thank you for everything. Nagisa-san, everything will be okay.
Mizuki-kun?
I gave them both my thanks, smiled, and left. I walked the streets at night and sent Yujin a singular message. I would not be returning to the house the three of us lived in. I finished my work and came to my father's house where he lived alone. Dad, I'm back.
Hey, Mizuki, welcome home.
My father slowly turned around. I felt like his face had more wrinkles than before.
I see. You're gonna go. It's your life. Follow your heart.
My father seemed to know everything just by looking at me. He really was amazing. There's someone I want to help, people I love, including you. So, I've decided.
Mizuki, are you...
That's all I came to say. I'll come again. See ya. I declared my thoughts to him and left.
He's grown up.
But I wouldn't hear those words myself. Time passed. Yujin was busy with work this day. Yujin's cosmetics company was on an upward trajectory. He had his own brand. Right now, he was taking a short break. Mizuki, the makeup we came up with, it's real now. Ne-chan uses it too. I'm pretty good, huh? What am I saying? Every day is boring without you, idiot. Come back already. Smoking is bad for you. Yujin could almost hear me telling him that. Yujin go back home to find an unwanted guest.
Go away! I do not want to get back together with you!
Why are you here? You? What are you doing here? Let go of her! What, scary. Don't bite your brother-in-law, Yujin-kun. You're not my brother-in-law. Taizo and his mother had creepy smiles on their faces. Yujin glared at them. I'm saying I'll forgive you and I'll marry you. Then, there's no need for alimony. Nagisa, you're not beautiful, but you're good to me. You do housework and work stuff. I tried living with a beautiful woman and realized, come on, be with me.
How dare you! I'm not your servant! I don't care what you want! What are you so mad about? I apologize for insulting your looks, but it was just the truth. I'll just pray that the kids get my beautiful son's DNA. I'm trying to compromise.
You!
Wait, Yujin. I'm fine. Ibari-san, I will not join your family. I have asked you many times to pay up. Every time I've been threatened. I have no positive feelings for you left.
What are you saying? The heir to a major company is saying he'll marry you. I won't do anything bad to your family's business. It doesn't get better than this.
There's someone who sees me. Unlike you, Taizo Ibari.
Nagisa-san spoke clearly. Taizo and his mother were left speechless. Then, that's enough.
Mizuki?
Nagisa-san, I'm back. I'm glad I made it. Eugene, thanks for looking after Nagisa-san. Mitsuki, you're late, idiot! You messaged me just once and made me worry this whole time! Taizo Ibari, I won't let you have your way anymore. I glared at the Ibari family, calmly, but with a noticeable anger. Who are you? Can you not interrupt? We're in the middle of something. Taizo Ibari, I will be removing you from under our company's umbrella. Huh? Umbrella? What are you? Who are you? Allow me to introduce myself. Mizuki Fushikawa from the Fushikawa family. The Fushikawas? My grandfather was the head of the Fushikawa family. When I found out that Ibari Construction was owned by the Fushikawa family, I went to my grandfather. I didn't know what would happen. I had told only Yujin that I would be taking over the family.
I've been waiting for you.
I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. Please let me work for the family.
Sure, I was the one reaching out. I welcome you, Mizuki.
Taizo Ibari crumpled. His mother bowed her head toward me.
We're so sorry, but please, if we lose your family...
Unfortunately, this has been decided. My grandfather had some thoughts about your business anyway. You've been losing a lot of money, more than the amount you owe Nagisa-san.
Well...
I will not forgive you. In exchange for my return to the Fushikawa family, I told my grandfather about you all. You're finished, Ibari-san. After that, Ibari Construction went bankrupt after losing the Fushikawa family's backing. All they had was a mountain of debt. I made them promise to pay Nagisa-san what they owed as well. They were also punished for threatening the Tsumiki family. Ibari's father didn't have anything to do with all of this. He was furious and divorced his wife. She had no money for makeup and refused to go outside barefaced, so she stays indoors. She leeches off of her son.
Mizuki-kun!
Whoa! Nagisa-san! Long time no see.
I've been waiting. I missed you. I won't let you go away again.
I'm sorry. I wanted to protect you. I was being mysterious.
I'm sorry. Your dream. Thank you for saving me.
Don't apologize. Can you let me do your makeup again? That's enough for me. I hugged Nagisa-san. My best friend watched us with tears in his eyes. You idiot! You're too nice! You worked so hard for your dream! Thanks to you, it came true. Thanks for making the makeup a reality. Of course! We thought it up together! It was fun. I have to work for my family, but we'll always be friends. Of course we will, Mizuki! Two people watched us from afar.
Meeting your son's partner was quite the scene. Dad, I'm sorry I haven't been a good son. What? I don't mind. Watching over your children is a parent's job. Come home whenever you want.
My father chose love over family traditions. My grandfather refused to be honest and waited for his son's return. The two of them couldn't see eye to eye. They couldn't sit down together and talk. I slowly bridged the gap between them. At least, that's what I thought. Nagisa, Eugene, and I started living together again. One thing that changed was that Nagisa was my girlfriend now. There were ups and downs, but it was all worth it to save the person I've always loved. I haven't given up. I realized that my dreams only changed. I still had a reason to live. Eugene, Nagisa, once I become bigger. As always, I was talking about my dreams. That hasn't changed. As long as there are people I love, I won't stop dreaming.
Summers have become increasingly hotter in recent years. Even so, this small park was our best summer retreat. The rain has stopped. The leaves are sparkling. The sky was so clear that it was hard to believe it had been raining just moments ago, and puddles shimmered on the ground.
Yeah, the sunlight through the leaves is beautiful. I love this place.
Me too. It's cool and calming. The lush trees in this park created shade, providing a cool breeze different from air conditioning. I'm Shoma Kuraki, just an ordinary second-year junior high school student. And the girl laughing next to me is Nami-chan. We met here after summer vacation started this year. She's 3 years younger than me. It seems she's only staying in this area for the summer vacation, probably due to some family reasons. What's wrong, Nami-chan? You seem down.
Hey, Shoma-kun. Do you think we can see each other again next year?
Huh? What's this all of a sudden?
You see, I'm going to marry someone my parents chose for me in the future. For the sake of our family. They said I'll be too busy once I become a junior high school student.
My chest ached at her words. I'd never felt such pain before. It must be because I stayed up late last night. Huh? You mean they're forcing you? That's just...
No, it's not that. I said I would. I wonder what kind of person he is.
As a junior high school student, I didn't understand much about marriage yet. It felt unreal, and besides, I always thought people chose their own partners. What am I even thinking? Being together forever? That's impossible. The reason she seems so uneasy must be because she's nothing more than a figment of my summer daydreams. Without a second thought, I found myself splashing into a puddle nearby.
What? Shoma-kun, your clothes!
Despite having taken shelter under the tree, my clothes were now drenched and covered in mud. I used to play like this all the time. It clears my head.
But...
I knew that Nami always wore beautiful dresses, and she'd been careful not to get any dirt on her. But today was different. Come on, Nami-chan!
Okay.
Her eyes shining with a childlike wonder I hadn't seen before. These fleeting summer days with Nami-chan, they were becoming something precious, something I knew I would carry with me forever.
This is amazing! So much fun, Shoma-kun!
Her bright, uninhibited smile squeezed my heart. I remembered grandmother mentioning that Nami came from a wealthy family. Hey, Nami-chan? About next year. I hope we can meet again, but before the words could form...
Nami, what do you think you are doing?
My whole body jolted as if I'd been struck. It was them, Nami's parents.
Nami! What on earth are you doing here like this? Your dress is filthy! I'm sorry.
No, it's not her fault. It was me. This isn't Nami's fault. I have to tell them. My tension gripping my body. But then...
I should have known better than to trust you. I thought you were with a girlfriend.
Come along, Nami. We'll get you cleaned up right away. Father! Mother!
Please, you don't understand.
I don't know who you are, but stay away from my daughter.
I had just met Nami's parents for the first time. They wouldn't even hear me out. And just like that, Nami was gone.
Oh my, Sho-chan, you're covered in mud. Wait right there. I'll get you a towel.
Grandma's gentle voice, the warmth that always greeted me at home, It was all I needed to crumble.
Sho-chan, are you crying? Oh dear, what's wrong? Are you hurt?
Grandma, I don't think I can see Nami-chan again. That evening, Grandma told me more about Nami's family. I was just a kid. Most of it went over my head. All I understood was that Nami's father, he was a powerful man, the president of some large company. So Nami-chan, she's going to marry someone rich, right?
Perhaps. An arranged marriage? Some things never seem to change even now.
Maybe she really was from a different world. But even so, I loved her. Grandma, do you think if I try hard enough, I can see her again? But I don't even know where to begin.
Think about the kind of man you want to be, the life you want to build, and never, ever give up on your dreams.
I nodded in response to my grandmother's gentle smile. The following summer, I went back to that park, waited for her, but she never came. A summer fling. Never thought it would happen to me. Now, at the age of 24, I found myself reminiscing like this while having drinks with a friend at an izakaya. Sounds like a real first love story, Shoma. The man smiling as he listened to my first love story was Shinya Kichise, 5 years my senior. Haha, I have to admit, it was. I still want to see her, even now. It wasn't just a summer fling, it was a lifetime ago. It's a good thing, holding on to something like that. You know, our little meeting was pretty fateful too, when you think about it. Never thought I'd see a high school kid like you begging to get into a business seminar, especially without a reservation. It was the summer break of my first year of high school. Stumbled upon that seminar downtown. Pure chance. And that's where our paths crossed, me and Shinya. Please, I have to get into this seminar. I'll do anything.
I'm sorry, but...
My name wasn't on the reservation list, and to make matters worse, I was just a high school graduate who had finished compulsory education. It was a time when the female staff member was perplexed. I apologize. He's with me. May he come in with me? And that was that. Shinya, this guy I'd never met before, got me in. Turns out, his father was the one running the whole seminar. Explains how he could pull strings like that. You really surprised me, you know. You were the most enthusiastic one there. Looking back, it felt like a lifetime ago, that desperate high school kid. I could feel my cheeks burning. Yeah, well, I thought I could win them over with sheer passion. I still can't believe you did that for me, a complete stranger. Seriously, thank you for what you did back then. Don't mention it. Maybe I was moved by your passion. Besides, I get it, you know. Status shouldn't matter. When you love someone... I knew he was in some kind of star-crossed romance too. Lots of pressure, being from a family like his. Endless strings of arranged dates. Haha, we both have a long way to go. I can't afford to lose either. After that, I never saw Nami again. I turned that loneliness into fuel and desperately devoted myself to studying and part-time jobs to raise funds. And thanks to my grandmother, who supported my strong feelings and provided me with some financial assistance, I was able to start my own business while still in high school. I gave up on college, poured everything I had into that company. It wasn't easy, but I made it work. Business was good. Better than good. Right, I invited you out today because I wanted to give you this. Shinya, with a smile, handed me a white envelope. Huh? What's this? It's not because you're my friend. It's because I value you as a company president. As I stood there speechless in astonishment, Shinya-san gave me a gentle smile. Meanwhile, the object of my affections, Nami Hojo, was making tamagoyaki in a kitchen far too large for one person. That's right, she was training to be a bride.
Nami-chan, men prefer savory tamagoyaki to sweet ones. Try making it again.
At her mother's words, Nami fell silent, her words catching in her throat. Wow, Nami-chan, your tamagoyaki is so good. It's so sweet. It makes me happy.
Really? I love sweet tamagoyaki too. We like the same things.
That summer, we were just kids, laughing under the summer sun. She pushes the memory down, burying it deep, forces a smile.
Yes, Mother.
You're working hard, Nami.
Father, welcome home.
She offers a small smile, but it doesn't reach her eyes. He hands her the envelope, his expression unchanged.
This is information about a party that's being held soon. You will attend.
A party, sir?
Yes, it's an inauguration party for the heir of a financial group, the man you're supposed to marry. We had an arranged meeting before, and he declined the proposal. But I'm sure seeing you now will make him change his mind.
It seems the heir had been refusing all arranged marriage meetings, but the Hojo family wouldn't give up, insisting he meet her at least once. It hadn't gone well. Even so, her father, he wouldn't give up. There was a reason he was so fixated on this one man. One reason he was willing to push so hard. Her father's company. It was just a small piece in a much larger empire, the conglomerate. Nami's father, believing there was a benefit to be had by marrying off his daughter, walked briskly over to his wife and whispered something in her ear.
You understand, don't you? This party, it's our last chance. 1 month, we'll prepare her. Make sure she doesn't disappoint us this time. And if she fails, we'll have to resort to other methods.
A marriage beneficial to the company he presides over, and to the Hojo family. Her father seemed determined to make it happen, no matter what.
I know, dear.
Her mother replied with a small voice, as her daughter Nami did not miss that anxious expression on her mother's face.
I have to do my best. For Mother.
And so, at the young age of 22, Nami steeled her resolve. The day of the party, Nami arrived at the dazzling venue, her hand clenched tightly into a fist.
I have to do this. For Mother. For our family.
She takes a deep breath, willing her trembling hands to still. A smile, a practiced, brittle thing, curves her lips. Nami-chan? Nami's head snapped up at the sound of that familiar, gentle voice, forgetting to maintain her smile.
Huh? You are...
It's been a while, Nami-chan. Nami Hojo's eyes went wide as she stared at Shoma Kuraki, who was trying to appear calm. She froze. Don't you remember? It's me, Shoma. We met that summer at the park. Please remember me. That was all I could think about as I spoke. The sight of her, the woman I'd yearned for all these years, it brought tears to my eyes.
Excuse me, but who are you?
Huh?
I'm sorry, but I don't think I know you.
Her words hit me hard, but I forced myself to accept it. It was just that one summer after all. Nami, you don't remember me? I guess that's that. I need to change my demeanor here. She is the esteemed young lady of the Hojo family, after all. Please excuse my forwardness, Miss Hojo. Allow me to introduce myself.
Huh?
For a moment, I saw a flicker of something in her eyes, and it twisted my heart. Why do you look so sad? Nami-cha?
Nami, what do you think you are doing?
Nami's shoulders jerked in surprise. It was the same scene from that summer.
To think you have time to chat with another man at a time like this?
Father.
I don't know who you think you are, but stay away from my daughter.
Those were the words he said to me. I bowed my head. My apologies, sir. I merely saw Miss Hojo and thought to offer a greeting.
That's unnecessary. My daughter has only one man she needs to devote herself to. Greetings from other men are...
She had said she would marry for her family. It seemed that was true. What's with all the commotion? Is something the matter?
Kichise-sama, please accept my deepest apologies. I was hoping to have the opportunity to introduce my daughter to you again today, Kichise-sama.
Standing there was none other than Shinya Kichise, someone I knew very well. That's right, he was the host of this party. The truth was, Shinya Kichise was the heir to a financial group, and the Hojo family's company was under their umbrella. Shoma, this is the girl you were talking about, the one from that summer? Yes, but she doesn't seem to remember me, so it's probably best if we don't. I remember Shinya telling me that he'd received countless arranged marriage proposals, despite turning them all down. Judging by her father's behavior, the man Nami was supposed to marry must have been Shinya. If only I'd told Shinya her name, I would have figured it out sooner. There was no point in crying over spilt milk. neither Shinya nor I had known. It couldn't be helped. But still, I can't just give up on her so easily after coming this far. I can't. Besides, Shinya has a lover too. He's trying to overcome the same social barriers that I am. Mr. Hojo, I believe I already declined your marriage proposal when we met previously.
Yes, but we were hoping that if you could just meet with my daughter again. See, she's the most beautiful woman in this entire venue.
Her education, her bridal training, she's been working hard every single day without fail. Please.
Is that so? You must have worked very hard, Miss Nami.
No, it's not.
Mr. Hojo, I took the liberty of looking into your family. Miss Nami is your adopted daughter, is she not? My eyes widened at those words. I had no idea she was adopted. That explains why, when I met Miss Nami, she expressed her deep gratitude to both of you. It must have become second nature for her to live her life for her parents. From what I hear, she was adopted by the Hojo family from an orphanage when she was 5 years old. And she probably felt obligated to live for them, to repay them for taking her in. Not that it was forced on her, it was just a small belief she internalized at a young age. A sort of imprinting, perhaps. Mr. Hojo, as I've stated numerous times now, I cannot marry your daughter. And I believe I told you why. I am in love with someone else. Shinya and I, we're in opposite positions. He's in love with a woman who lives a simple life, far removed from his world. Furthermore, you were quite disrespectful to my friend earlier, were you not? He is the president of Komorebi Co., and he is my dear friend.
The president of Komorebi? Hey, Nami, if you knew him, why didn't you say so?
Now that he knows who I am, he's scrambling to make amends. Pathetic.
Oh my, the president of Komorebi. Forgive me. This is our first meeting, and I'm afraid I've been terribly rude.
Komorebi Co. is the construction company I started. Our concept is buildings that evoke the warmth of wood. And I, as the primary contractor, had begun outsourcing work to the group company he presides over. Given that he owns a lot of subcontracting companies, I suppose he can't afford to offend me. Then, Nami-chan, who had been silently looking down this entire time, spoke up.
I've known him for a very long time, Father. Mother. You've met him too, haven't you? That summer, when I was in 6th grade. We had to move to that town for the summer because of my parents' work. What are you saying?
Nami took a deep breath, and then...
I was so sad all that time. We weren't even able to say goodbye. I could never forget him. I loved Shoma-kun.
Nami-chan, you remember.
How could I ever forget? That time holds a special sparkle, like nothing else in my life. You were always in my heart, Shoma. But I knew I couldn't let myself think about you, so I locked those memories away, deep down inside.
All the feelings she'd been holding back, perhaps without even realizing it, came pouring out. She must have spent all those years trying her best to live for her parents' sake, believing that it was the only right thing to do. It's okay now. Come on, Nami-chan. Just like that summer, when I called out to her from inside the puddle, I smiled and held out my hand.
Shoma-kun! I wanted to see you. I wanted to see you so badly.
I did too. I told myself I'd become the kind of man you'd want to see again. I even became a company president. Pretty funny, huh? I love you, Nami. From that summer until today, it's always been you. Just seeing you again would have been enough. If I could just tell you how I felt back then, that would have been enough. But now that I'm holding you in my arms, I want more. I'm being greedy. And so, I was reunited with the girl I'd longed to see again for all these years. That night, after the party had drawn to a close,
Why didn't you discipline her properly? You've ruined everything.
Darling.
Shut up! You're useless. Just shut up.
and with that, Nami's father, after berating his wife, disappeared into the night.
What should I do? Oh, I can't believe to think I'd see you again like this, Shoma-kun. It feels like a dream.
I know what you mean. I've been wanting to see you for so long. We basked in the afterglow of our reunion. After years of wishing for this moment, it felt surreal. It was far too soon to say goodbye, just as that thought crossed.
Excuse me, Kuraki Chacho. I do apologize for my husband's earlier behavior. Mother?
It was Nami's mother who had addressed me, and she was practically begging me for something.
Please, I believe you're a close friend of Kichise-sama. Could you please put a good word for us? Ask him to reconsider marrying our daughter. Mother, what are you saying? You can't ask him to do that. Be quiet! Do you have any idea how much effort I put into raising you? I always thought you would grow up to be the perfect daughter, but all this time you were lying to me. Mother!
Nami must be incredibly hurt right now. She lived her whole life for her mother, wanting nothing more than to repay her kindness.
We adopted you for the sole purpose of having you marry Kichise-sama, and yet you... Mom! What? Don't call me Mom. You're supposed to address me as Mother. After betraying us like this. I always liked it when you patted my head, Mom. I loved it when you praised me. I don't remember my real mother. You were the only mother I knew. Even if there was no love. I loved you both for giving me a home. For taking me away from that place. Nami, don't be silly. We only used you. Even so, thank you, Mom.
They'd been together since Nami was 5. Nami truly did love her mother. Mrs. Hojo, I can't ask Shinya to reconsider the marriage proposal. Because neither of them want that. And besides, I don't want to be separated from Nami anymore. A flicker of something crossed Tsuyumi Hojo's face. Regret, perhaps? That day, I apologized for dirtying your daughter's clothes. Would you give us your blessing to have a relationship with marriage in mind? I promise I will make her happy.
Very well. Go ahead.
We couldn't see her expression, but her words, they rang true. And that was how I, Shoma, began a relationship with Nami, one that would lead to marriage. As for Nami's parents, Tsuyumi had asked for a divorce. And at his wife's sudden declaration, Rieki Hojo panicked, dropping to his knees in a desperate plea.
I was wrong. Please forgive me.
I was so afraid of being cast aside by you that I made a mistake. An unforgivable mistake. I hurt our daughter. The countless insults you hurled at me. With my diary as proof, I could sue. The rest I will leave to my lawyer.
It probably never occurred to him that his devoted wife would ever defy him like this. What's done is done. Tsuyumi Hojo, now alone, disappeared without a trace, consumed by the guilt of what she'd done to her daughter. She severed all ties, they say, and is now living a quiet, modest life in some town, alone with her regrets. As for Rieki Hojo, the man who only ever cared about his own gain, who spent his life using and manipulating others, after that incident, I cut off all business dealings with the company he ran. I heard there was even a coup to oust him from his position as chairman. Apparently, he'd been embezzling company funds for his personal use, and when that came to light, all hell broke loose. He was arrested for embezzlement. He was removed from his position, and to top it all off, his ex-wife sued him for mental abuse. He would spend the rest of his days being hounded for alimony payments. As for us, we came to visit the park of our summer memories. Many of the playground structures had been replaced due to age, and were now quite different, but that tree was still there.
It brings back memories. The sunlight filtering through the leaves. It's so beautiful, Shoma-kun.
It is. And Nami-chan, you've become so beautiful. You were always cute, even back then.
Shoma-kun. To think you would say such a thing. My heart can't take it.
I told you, I've been working hard. I wanted to be worthy of seeing you again.
Shoma-kun, thank you for teaching me that it's okay to live for myself.
No, Nami. I'm the one who should be thanking you. You're the reason why I am who I am today. Thank you. Don't play in the mud and get dirty. Tamagoyaki has to be made a certain way. You have to get married. All these beliefs, all these rules we're taught that dictate how our lives should be lived. I want to be mindful of those preconceptions, careful not to force my values onto others. And no matter what obstacles may stand in our way, I promise, I will always be by your side, Nami.
My name is Huma Oshihara, 28. I work at a specialized trading company.
Oshihara-san, good work today.
You too. Get home safe. I smiled at her. Then,
Oshihara-san, would you like to go out for dinner?
sorry, I have plans after.
Oh, it's fine. I'm sorry to spring it on you.
No, I'm sorry even though you asked me. I'm fortunate enough to get asked out like this often, but I've never actually gone out to eat with a woman. I'm always careful about how I decline the offer, so I don't hurt anyone. Some people don't appreciate that though. You always do that, even though the girl is asking you out. You've never gone out to eat with one. You're trying to be cool. This was every day. This is Tsukishima. He's 2 years my kohai, and he's always around a girl. That's the kind of man he is. Okay, cut. Tsukishima, don't you get tired? Bothering Oshihara all the time. I guess I'm the same. You're so popular, Oshihara. My coworker, So Shikikura, cut through the tension and put his arm around me. We've had each other's back from the start and worked hard together. Now, we were close friends. Don't get any ideas. I'm not bothering him. Oh, really? Then, I'm gonna take him. With that, we left the office. Thanks for saving me. No problem. Okay, let's go drink. He always came out to save me when Tsukishima would bother me. He knew that I wasn't interested in dating and was only focused on my work. Tsukishima watched us resentfully and started talking to some woman. Don't worry about him. Oh yeah, wanna go out with me?
Tsukishima-kun, you're known for just asking anyone out. Everyone's saying that you seem desperate. I like honest and good men like Oshihara-san. Sorry.
What? Tsukishima had asked her out because she was rejected by me, but was shut down. Tsukishima was embarrassed and even more upset. So and I went to a nearby izakaya. It was tradition now for us to drink once a week. You really don't care about dating. I can't like people. I don't know. What is love? You're like a teenage boy. Being like that as an adult is dire. I know. But don't worry. You can't force stuff like that. There was something I learned working with him and being his friend. So, he wouldn't laugh if I told him what I was thinking. Huh? Why are you staring? Are you drunk? No, I was thinking you're a good guy. Will you hear me out? Hear you out? It was something I had kept to myself for a long time. My friend, my family. I couldn't tell anyone. I had a friend when I was little. We played together a lot. We always gamed and read mangas together. I thought he was my best friend, but when he was going to transfer schools in first grade, he smiled at me and I felt something. It's weird, right? That's why I've been struggling. Maybe that's what I'm into. It was a first for me. Like all the blood in my body was on fire. Like someone had squeezed my heart. I felt feelings that I couldn't describe or process on my own.
Thank you for everything. Thanks to you, every day was fun.
That was the first and last time I ever had feelings for anyone. Since then, I've been struggling. What does it mean to like someone? I didn't know myself. I didn't want to hurt anyone, so I stayed away from dating. So listened to me and got closer. Wanna test it out? With me. So was handsome. He was really close to me. Closer than my childhood friend had been that day. How is it? Is your heart racing? I think I'm pretty good looking. After that, I just let So come after me in silence, but you feel nothing. In the end, So could smile sweetly and whisper in my ear. I was fine. Sorry, you tried your best. It's fine. It's okay, but I feel kinda bummed that I lost to that friend of yours. Why? What a good and thoughtful guy. I don't feel anything for girls or guys. Maybe I'm broken. I don't think you need to worry. I guess for you, it's something you've thought about for a long time. Nowadays, the gender of the person you love doesn't matter. There are still a lot of people who don't understand that, so it must be hard for you. But you are you, my best friend and my rival at work. Nothing has changed. I felt my body relaxed after he said that. I'm glad I talked to him. I feel like that's not what I'm into if I'm not attracted to you. Oh, is that a compliment? You're gassing me up? Alright, I'm paying tonight. Thank you. We laughed like we always did. Our relationship didn't change. I was relieved that it didn't, even though I told him how I felt. Summer turned to fall. I was at work. My meeting's at 1 p.m. in the meeting room. I guess I'll eat some lunch. I was walking in the lobby of the building when... Are you doing your job? You're just in the way. Huh? There was a cleaning woman and Tsukishima. This is dirty. If you can't clean, you should quit.
Sorry.
Tsukishima was projecting all his anger on her. What are you doing? When I spoke, he glared at me. He was upset I had seen him. Well, if it isn't Oshihara-san. What's wrong? Are you going to save her? How harsh. You make women feel like you care, but you really don't. Are you projecting? Apologize to her. There are people who clean so we can work comfortably. Yeah, okay. I hate people who think they can just say what they think is right. What do people see in him? Girls have weird taste. I'm leaving. Tsukishima said his piece and laughed. Are you okay? Sorry about him. He was so mean. I looked at the woman's face for the first time, then...
No, thank you for saving me.
The cleaning person's long red hair was tied back, and they had on a hat. The kind smile from under the hat... What is this? The pain in my heart I had only ever felt once before. The feelings I thought might have been a dream were coming back. I've never felt this way no matter who smiled at me. I'm sorry. I don't feel so good. She saw me fidgeting and froze.
Oh, sorry. Take care of yourself.
I was curious about her reaction. I figured it was just because I was so fidgety. After that, I started talking to her every time I saw her. She was the cleaning lady for this building. She came on our floor on Mondays. Mondays were always depressing. Now, I couldn't wait for them.
You always look busy. You were running around this morning.
Do you watch me?
Sorry. I thought we wouldn't be able to talk today. I'm happy.
Wait, girls are this cute? I'm surprised.
Huh? Oh,
I'm more surprised by you. Your inner thoughts are leaking out. You're a mess. So came out of nowhere to say something. A month later, I had completely fallen for her. Once I realized it, it was fast. I thought about her when she wasn't there. I'm happy on days when I talk to her. Akino-san, are you free tonight? Wanna go out for a meal with me? The day I finally asked someone out, I finally realized how those girls must have felt. It must have taken a lot of courage. Her cheeks were red, and I waited for her to answer.
Oshihara-san?
It was the receptionist. She was known for being the hottest one in this building. A few days ago, I had saved her from a weird guy who was bothering her.
I want to thank you for helping me the other day. Would you like to go out tonight?
I had just asked Akino-san out. What a turn of events. I'm sorry. I have important plans tonight.
I heard. You asked her out, right?
Then why?
You're so oblivious. Or is it on purpose?
She smiled at me mischievously, and her cheeks turned red.
I like you. I like you so I don't want you to go out with another girl.
I could almost hear her say, "Of course you choose me." She must be used to all this. She looked away from me to look at Akino-san.
Oshihara-san, I have plans today. I'm sorry.
Akino-san bowed her head and ran away. I really hate him. I didn't know then that Tsukishima was watching us from afar. I haven't seen Akino-san since then. I hope it's not uncomfortable for her because of me. I decided to apologize to her when I saw her.
Oshihara-san, the contract from Love Koi. I want to check it. Can you show me?
What? I put it in your pending basket this morning.
What? I looked through all the documents.
I checked my basket of important documents, but it wasn't in there.
That's strange. Did you lose it?
The blood drained from my face. That was unforgivable. Oh no, you screwed up, huh? Tsukishima came over laughing. Maybe you've been too worried about girls recently, and your work suffered. Tsukishima, I wasn't trying to. It was true that I had been thinking about Akino-san a lot recently. But I was doing my work. I wouldn't slack off now. Sir, he's not the type to slack off on his work. So stated clearly that he had seen me work this whole time. You say that, but aren't you just defending him because he's your friend? The fact is that Oshihara-san lost an important document. I'm sorry. This is my responsibility. I'll look for it again. No worries. Someone found the document. She did. So showed me the paper. It was a contract. Why do you have that? No way! So, where did you get that? And who's she? She's here as a witness. Come in. We looked at the entrance.
Excuse me.
It was Akino-san. Akino-san, why are you here?
You are the cleaner for this building, right? Where did you find this?
On the floor below this one, in the trash next to the vending machine. I thought it might be important, so I took it out when I was gathering the trash. I came here to deliver it. Shishikura-san greeted me in the hall and I had him look at it.
Akino-san had heard about the big contract we got with Love Koi. She quickly realized and made sure not to throw it out. You saved me, but why would it be in the trash on another floor?
I clean the floor below regularly. I saw Tsukishima-san there. I was curious why he was there, so I watched him.
That floor is for a different company. We don't really go there. Tsukishima, what were you doing?
I was there to see a friend for lunch.
That's not true. I saw you look around and throw that document in the trash. There are many people in this building. I don't know everyone, but I remember you. I'd never mistake you for someone else.
Ironically, she had remembered his face because he was mean to her.
Tsukishima, is this true? You threw away an important document.
No, it wasn't me. I did go down there, but I threw something else away. I don't know anything. Tsukishima, cut it out. There are cameras everywhere in here. If we look, we'll know who's telling the truth. So got closer and closer to Tsukishima. His anger was apparent. You did this for personal reasons. Don't think you'll get away with it. Yikes! I'm sorry. Tsukishima was yelled at by her department head. He was punished later. Tsukishima had tried to trap me, but failed. His soul left his body. Akino-san, I hope she comes. It was my day off. I had asked her if I could repay her for helping me with Tsukishima. The weekend works. Akino-san had agreed. This is my first meal with a woman. I'm nervous. I had no feelings for anyone for a long time. I met Akino-san and discovered my own feelings. Because Akino-san is my type? Or some other reason? I waited for her to come.
Hello?
Huh? Akino-san? Your hair.
I cut it.
The long hair was cut short. I felt like someone had grabbed my heart and squeezed it. Akino-san, are you... Oshihara-san, why are you here? Someone interrupted me. It was none other than Tsukishima. I didn't think I would see him. He's supposed to stay home, but he's out and about. Oshihara-san, you rejected Chiyo-chan. I was serious about her. Chiyo was the receptionist, the one that asked me out and said she liked me. That's why you try to get me. Yes, of course! You pretend to not care and make someone else's crush fall for you. I tried to ask other girls out to get her attention. I was desperately trying to get her to like me. But, why you? Stop projecting. There are things you can and can't do. What you did? Shut up! I don't want to hear your logic. Tsukishima didn't try to listen, but I had to say it. You went about it the wrong way. I don't know about love, but I do know that going after all these girls to make someone like you is not a good idea. And the only woman I want to be with is Akino-san, not her. I thought it was strange why I fell for my childhood friend. Why I felt my heart wrench when I saw Akino-san and not anyone else.
Oh, Oshihara-san.
You're still gonna call me that? Hikaru?
You recognized me?
Yeah, I finally realized after seeing your short hair. Sorry I'm slow. The cleaning lady was my childhood friend and crush, Hikaru. Hikaru had recognized me immediately. That's why they froze when they saw me. They saw me in a suit working hard and felt like they couldn't talk to me. Tsukishima decided to try and steal her. He smiled and whispered seductively. Hey, I'm sorry I said those terrible things. I'll be nice. Wanna choose me? Oshihara-san doesn't like women. Don't expect anything.
So?
Huh? So? It means you can't expect to be his girlfriend. Isn't that sad?
No, because he's my childhood friend, best friend, and the person I like. It doesn't matter. Even if we can't date, I want to be by his side.
Hikaru's eyes were full of conviction. Tsukishima was frozen. We left him there. Tsukishima learned that I had rejected the receptionist. He had resented me for it and threw away the contract. He was sent home indefinitely for his actions. In the end, he was fired.
Tsukishima really thought women liked him. It's like he didn't care who it was. Oshihara-san is so loyal.
As for the receptionist, after being rejected, she set her sights on So.
Shishikura-san, would you like to... Shishikura-san? Shishikura-san?
So knew that she had said she liked me, so he ignored her. This spread in the office and bad rumors spread about her too. She quit. Then, she was tricked by a guy and is in a toxic relationship now. As for me, I started dating the girl I thought was a boy. Hikaru's parents ran a cleaning company. A year ago, her mom had collapsed. She decided to work as a cleaning lady in her place. She's supporting her family now. Then I knew, gender and all of that wasn't the issue. Hikaru, I've only ever liked you. Is that okay?
Of course. It's great, actually. Fuma, I liked you too, you know?
She acted boyish because she wanted to hang out with me. I think I would have liked you no matter what. Gender, friendship, our bond was beyond all of that. I will continue to love Hikaru no matter what. I was able to meet someone like that. I might be the happiest person on earth.